I asked 20 doctors to give me their hottest take about medicine. I'll go first. Cold plunges are incredibly overrated and bordering on useless. There's no great real-life data that shows benefit, let alone if people actually stick to these things long-term. All these podcast hosts and experts coming out and talking about research, they're talking about fringe research that doesn't include real-life examples of improvement to justify spending $3,000 to $5,000 for these specialized cold tub plunges when there's actually some research coming out that's legitimate, showing that cold water immersion doesn't even help with sore muscles, let alone all the other miracle promises out there.
How's it going? I'm Dr. Alok Patel. I'm a pediatric hospitalist, so if a child is hospitalized, count on me to coordinate care. You want a hot take? I've got a few. We need to better understand and study medical marijuana. Climate change is the largest looming public health threat. Our healthcare system does not adequately value pediatric mental health, regardless of what anyone says. And there is no data-backed reason for any child to ever see a chiropractor. There, I said it. Fight me.
My name is Dr. Anthony Youn, and I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon. The scrotum is the ugliest part of the body. There was a study in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology where they surveyed men and women. They had them look at various scrotum, or scroti, is it scroti? And they had them rank these scrotums on a scale of -3 to +3. -3 being the least attractive and +3 being the most attractive. Well, every single scrotum was given a negative score, so none of them were actually considered attractive.
Hi, my name is Alok Kanojia, but the internet knows me as Dr. K. I'm a psychiatrist, which means that I'm a medical doctor that focuses on the mind. My hottest medical take is that meditation should be first-line treatment for just about any mental illness. There are already studies that show that mindfulness or meditation is effective at improving symptoms of just about any mental illness, but I think it's really important to understand that the yogis basically figured out how to use meditation to purify and even transcend the mind. And if we think about where most mental illness exists, it actually exists within your mind. So the ability to shut off or move completely beyond your mind can be incredibly healing.
My hottest medical take is that probiotics are useless for the average person.
Probiotics companies are taking advantage of people.
It's more hype than health, and if you're taking probiotics, there's a good chance all it does is make your feces more expensive. Now, there is some evidence that it does work and provide some clinical benefit for people with a narrow range of conditions. But for this, you still need medical grade probiotics. It needs to have the right strains and a high enough concentration for it to actually work.
But with the popularity of buzzwords like microbiome and gut health, probiotics companies are doubling down on convincing marketing efforts to make billions of dollars off of unsuspecting Americans who are just trying to be healthy.
What's up, everyone? My name is Goodman, and I'm a psychiatry resident doctor in my 3rd year of residency training. My hottest medical take is that, in general, resident doctors in this country are not given an adequate time to sleep and recover in training, and as a result, they suffer, and patient care can suffer too. Today, it is still legal and accepted for resident doctors to work up to 28 hours in a shift. I mean, research has found that sleep deprivation can cause physiological impairment in our bodies that actually mimics the effect of alcohol intoxication. Being awake for 24 hours straight is similar to having a blood alcohol content of 0.1, which is above the legal limit to drive. If it's not safe for resident doctors to operate a vehicle, why would it be safe for us to operate on or treat a patient?
I'm Dr. Danielle Jones. Some of you may know me as MDJ, and I am an OBGYN. That means I take care of anything having to do with periods, pregnancy, and the female reproductive tract. I believe that healthcare providers far too often dismiss or ignore the concerns of women, and that this is incredibly detrimental to our health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Siobhan Deshauer, also known as Violin MD. I'm an internal medicine and rheumatology specialist. Our medical system is set up to fix problems in the doctor's office or in the operating room, but there's only so much that we can do when we're living in an unhealthy society. I believe people need to take more ownership of their health, and that society needs to enable them to make healthy decisions.
Hello, my name is Ed Hope. I'm a doctor working in the emergency department over in the UK. My hottest medical take, okay. Here it goes, strap yourselves in, because I believe, in a way, you can live forever. This is my theory here. Take a mouse. It only has a tiny brain and only lives for a couple of years, but to that mouse, it experiences a lifetime. Therefore, the smaller a brain size, the slower an animal's experience of time. Now, what happens in your last few moments of life? Well, your brain cells die off. Essentially, your functional brain is getting smaller. Therefore, time in that moment, as you experience it, will start to expand. And so my theory is that you end up living forever in this kind of dreamlike state.
My name is Ricky Brown, and I am a board-certified plastic surgeon in Scottsdale, Arizona. My hottest take is that everyone in the world thinks that what we do as plastic surgeons is what is portrayed by Hollywood or the Kardashians.
Don't be rude.
That couldn't be further from the truth. People always forget we also do tons of reconstructive work like cleft palates and cleft lips and cancer reconstruction.
My name is Dr. Sanjay Juneja. I'm a hematologist and medical oncologist, basically specializing in blood disorders as well as cancers and how to treat them. I think there's almost an intentional or not coming to the middle when it comes to integrating diet, lifestyle, herbals, and natural products into cancer care compared to research and traditional pharmacologic drugs and industry.
What up, my name is Dr. John Patton, Doc JP3, and I'm a board-certified anesthesiologist and a regional anesthesia and acute pain medicine specialist. Medical hot take, so acetaminophen or Tylenol, ibuprofen or Motrin can be very effective pain medications, and in some situations, they may even be more effective than opioids.
I'm Dr. Dana Brems, and I'm a podiatrist, which is a foot and ankle specialist and surgeon. Speaking in too much medical jargon is not good for patients. I think that if you can't explain things in a way that people understand, then maybe you don't understand it yourself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Boxer-Wachler, and I'm an eye surgeon, aka ophthalmologist. Never rub your eyes or put your fingers in your eyes because you can actually get them stuck and have a doctor have to pull it out, which is not true, of course. But when you do rub your eyes, you can cause infections, you can give yourself COVID, in fact, and also if you have an eye disease called keratoconus, where the cornea is bulging like a hernia, rubbing your eyes can make it worse.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rena Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon, and a urologist is essentially a surgical and medical doctor of the genitourinary tract. My hot medical take is that doctors don't learn enough about nutrition in medical school. We probably got less than a 30-minute lecture on nutrition, and nutrition is the foundation of health. If we knew more about nutrition, I think we could help a lot more people.
Here's your hottest medical takes and my reactions to them. Some of them are way wrong and some are actually pretty sharp. And as always, stay happy and healthy.